Hi guys, I am Maika Gulshan and this is the second part about hyper and hypothyroidism. Please watch first part for better understanding. Here we are going to classify the hyperthyroidism relating to its causes. It has two types, primary hyperthyroidism and secondary hyperthyroidism. Primary hyperthyroidism has all the effects which are related to thyroid gland, and secondary hyperthyroidism has all the effects which are related to pituitary gland and the levels above it. So the first condition associated with primary hyperthyroidism is diffuse hyperplastic goiter, which is also called Graves' disease. It is an autoimmune disorder. In this disorder, there is diffuse proliferation of all the follicles present in the gland. And second is toxic multinodular goiter. This goiter produced after the deficiency of iodine. Because iodine is deficient, thyroid hormones are not producing well, and there is loss of the negative feedback on the TSH. So more TSH produced, and this TSH cause enlargement of the follicles. In multinodular goiter, all the follicles don't respond equally to external stimuli. That's why some follicles grow large, others grow smaller. So if the follicles are going to produce enough hormone to normalize its level in the body, then it will be called euthyroid multinodular goiter. If it is producing more than the normal level in the body, then it will be called toxic multinodular goiter, which would be the cause of primary hyperthyroidism. Next cause is thyroid adenoma. It is solitary discrete mass, and usually it is follicular adenoma, and in this there is somatic mutation of TSH receptor signaling pathway. There may be mutation in the gene which is coding the TSH receptor, or there may be mutation in the gene which is coding alpha subunit of the guanylyl cyclase. So the hormone production is independent of TSH stimulation. And the next cause is neonatal hyperthyroidism, and it is present in that type of child whose mother has Graves' disease. And iodine induced hyperthyroidism. If iodine is taking more, then there would be hyperthyroidism, which would be shown on CT graph. What are the causes of secondary hyperthyroidism? It has defects which are produced in the pituitary gland, like pituitary tumor, which is going to produce more thyroid stimulating hormone, which is going to produce more thyroid hormones. And a little bit about Graves' disease. It is an autoimmune disorder in which antigen presenting cell is going to present TSH receptor as antigen, and B cell producing antibodies against it called TSI, thyroid stimulating immunoglobulin, which act on thyroid TSH receptor, mimicking the action of TSH and going to release thyroid hormones and producing hyperthyroidism. What are the clinical features of the Graves' disease? Firstly, the clinical manifestations like hyperthyroidism with infiltrative ophthalmopathy with resultant exophthalmos, and third is infiltrative dermopathy, sometimes called pretibial mixed edema. How infiltrative ophthalmopathy is produced? Because it is believed that the retroorbital connective tissue has antigen like TSH receptor. So when the antibodies are going to react with it, it produces inflammation. Due to inflammation, edema is produced and swelling of the muscles. Secondly, infiltration of infiltration of the mononuclear cells, and thirdly, the accumulation of extracellular matrix, and fourth, increased number of adipocytes. And in the skin of pretibial area, there is also antigens like TSH receptor, and when antibodies react with it, inflammation produced, causing pretibial mixed edema. So classification of hypothyroidism. Again, it has primary hypothyroidism, secondary hypothyroidism, and tertiary hypothyroidism. Primary relating to thyroid, secondary relating to pituitary, and tertiary relating to hypothalamus. So what are the causes of primary hypothyroidism? There may be iatrogenic. In iatrogenic, some drugs like carbimetol, amiodarone, and lithium can cause hypothyroidism, and radiotherapy. In autoimmune, chronic autoimmune thyroiditis, especially Hashimoto thyroiditis, and others are subacute lymphocytic thyroiditis and granulomatous thyroiditis. In other causes, postpartum thyroiditis, iodine deficiency, and congenital hypothyroidism. Congenital hypothyroidism is important. So we are going to discuss a little bit about congenital hypothyroidism. There may be some permanent congenital hypothyroidism, and there may be transient congenital hypothyroidism. In permanent, there is dysgenesis of the thyroid gland, so the hormone problem has insynthesis, secretion, and transportation. And in transient cases, there may be iodine deficiency, iodine overexposure, and presence of antibodies and antithyroid medication exposure in the uterus. And So the clinical feature of congenital hypothyroidism, as we have discussed that thyroid hormones has critical role in the development of CNS and skeletal system. So if the mother has deficiency of thyroid hormone during the development, then the baby is going to have mental disability and improper growth. So what are the clinical features? Number one, protruding tongue. Number two, pale skin. Number three, constipation because thyroid hormone affect on the musculature of GIT. And number four, coarse facial feature due to improper growth of skeletal system. And number five, prolonged jaundice. Number six, poor muscle tone because the decreased neuromuscular excitability. And number seven, swollen protruding belly button due to increased retention of the sodium. And next of primary hypothyroidism is autoimmune hypothyroidism, and most important is Hashimoto thyroiditis. It is an autoimmune destruction of the thyroid gland which is caused by breakdown of the self tolerance to autoantigens of the thyroid gland, and the immune cell started taking the thyroid antigens as foreign cells. So the CD4 T cells help B cells, and B cell has become autoreactive and going to form plasma cell. Plasma cell produce antibodies which is going to activate natural killer cells and cause antibody dependent cell mediated cytotoxicity. And CD4 cell also help CD8 positive cytotoxic T cell. They become autoreactive and start producing T cell mediated cytotoxicity to the thyroid cells. And a third mechanism is that cytokine mediated, in which CD4 positive cell produce interferon gamma, and this interferon gamma is going to stimulate macrophages, and these activated macrophages produce thyrocyte injury. So the next cause of hypothyroidism is iatrogenic hypothyroidism. Firstly, drugs like lithium amidron, iodine, and after surgery, thyroid gland has been removed and no source of thyroid hormones, and radio ablation. Here are the factors which are going to inhibit the proper production of the thyroid hormone, and these are stress, infection, medications, and toxin, and autoimmune disease like celiac disease. Here are the different forms of the hypothyroidism. If the hypothyroidism is occurring during infancy or in early childhood, then it will be called cretinism. And the clinical features of cretinism is protruding tongue, umbilical hernia, short stature, mental retardation. Because thyroid hormones are necessary for proper development of CNS and skeletal system. If hypothyroidism is going to occur in older child or adult, then it will be called mixed edema. In mixed edema, you are going to see deposition of the connective tissue under the cutaneous, subcutaneous tissues, and some viscera like larynx. So here dry, coarse, sparse hairs, lateral eyebrow thin, periorbital edema, and a puffy dull face with dry skin, and all other symptoms of hypothyroidism. So how the diagnosis will be made? By looking at the thyroid hormones and thyroid stimulating hormone. In hypothyroidism, either it is primary or secondary, you are going to see low level of thyroid hormone. And in hyperthyroidism, either primary or secondary, you are going to see high level of thyroid hormone. But in case of TSH, in secondary hyperthyroidism, like if there is tumor of pituitary gland, more TSH is going to produce, which cause more thyroid hormone synthesis, causing hyperthyroidism. And in primary hyperthyroidism, TSH is blocked due to negative feedback mechanism. And in primary hypothyroidism, because less thyroid hormones are produced, which are going to increase the TSH stimulation so that more hormones can be made. And other mechanisms are, you can do physical exam, like you can check reflexes, and hormone and antibody test which we have discussed, thyroid ultrasound, CT or MRI scan, radioactive iodine uptake, and fine needle aspiration biopsy. Drugs for hyperthyroidism. The drugs which inhibit hormone synthesis like propylthiouracil, methimazole, inhibit iodine trapping like thiocyanate, perchlorate, and nitrates, and drugs which inhibit hormone release like iodine, and drugs which destroy thyroid tissue like radioactive iodine. And you can give beta blockers because synthetic activity has been increased in hyperthyroidism, and you can do surgery after that. And to treat hypothyroidism, you can give levothyroxine, which is alternate of the normal thyroxine. So it is the summary of hyperthyroidism. Causes are thyroid adenoma, Graves' disease mainly, and effects are increased increased T3 and T4 and decrease in TSH. And symptoms are weight loss, increased appetite, hypersensitivity to heat, nervousness, tremor, palpitation, tachycardia, lead lag, goiter. And in case of Graves' disease, symptoms above with all of these and with infiltrative ophthalmopathy like X ophthalmos and pretibial mixed edema. Graves' disease is associated with IDDM and pernicious edema, which are autoimmune diseases. And treatment, and this is the summary of hypothyroidism. In case of hypothyroidism, hypothalamic or pituitary tumor, which is secondary hypothyroidism, having less TRH, TSH, and also less thyroid hormone. Other are primary causes like congenital absence, a block in thyroid hormone synthesis, and destruction of thyroid by autoimmune antibodies. And in primary cases, there is increased TRH and TSH and less T3 and T4. And symptoms are weight gain, low body temperature, decreased sweating, dry skin, hoarseness of the voice, depression, lethargy. And treatment is replacement of the thyroid hormone like levothyroxine.